Hello, I'm Randy. Today I would like to talk about oxy-fuel cutting 101 on the thermodynamics iCNC controller. So if you're ready, let's do this. So first thing we want to do is click on process. In the process selection window, you can choose here if you want to cut with plasma or gas. In this case, we want to cut with gas, which would be the oxy-fuel torch. In here, you can choose your material thickness that you want to cut with. In this case, we have a piece of 3/8, so we're going to choose 3/8. And here is our process that we have available. If we click on this process, then click on select, here it has our cut speeds. Down here on the bottom, it tells us what tip, what to set our oxygen pressure to, our preheat pressure, and our acetylene. These values actually come from the cut charts that come with the torch, whether you have a Victor torch, a Harris torch, a Quakey torch. There's a lot of different torches out there. If you reach out to them, they can give you the cut charts for your torch and your torch tips. In this case, we have a Victor torch and we're cutting with acetylene. If we were cutting with propane or natural gas, here's our cut charts, or if we were cutting with propylene, here's our cut charts. But we're cutting with acetylene. All these parameters have all been keyed into the controller. The nice thing about putting the parameters in the controller is you can modify them. Maybe these values don't work quite right for you. You can modify the values to what works best for you. All right, so we have our process selected. Our gas is already set, so we're going to click on OK. The right tip, the tip 0 is already in the torch, so we're going to click on OK. All right, now we're going to choose a part, so we're going to go to Program. We're going to click on Shapes, just open our shape library. We're going to choose a square. We'll make this square 3 by 3 and say OK. OK. And now we have our part. When you're cutting with oxy-fuel, you definitely want to have a good lead-in. So we're going to go over here to our lead-in, lead-out modify tool. We're going to choose, say we'll do a line lead-in and a line lead-out. No overburn. 0.2. That should be decent enough. So we have a 0.2 lead-in and a 0.2 lead-out. So we're going to click on Add and close. Okay, now you see we have a nice line lead in and line lead out. Alright, we're going to send this to cut. Alright, now our part is in our next job preview screen. We're going to press the manual mode button, turn our pointer on. Most of you guys may not have a pointer with oxy-fuel. I'm kind of using my same plasma lifter for oxy-fuel cutting and plasma cutting. I just switch torches back and forth. I don't recommend this. I recommend you having a good standalone oxy lifter and then a standalone plasma lifter, not using one lifter for both tools. I have a smaller machine, so I can't have two tools on here or I lose some of my cutting width, and I kind of need as much as possible. So, all right, I'm going to drive our laser pointer to our start point, which is right there, and I'm going to press the 0 button. Okay, so basically we're all set up, ready to cut. Over here we have our preheat, our high preheat, and our cut oxygen. All these buttons are all 3 position. You know, they're on, off, and then if you press and hold, they go into auto. Ideally, when you're cutting, you want to have your cut oxygen and your high preheat and auto. If you're just checking your flames, turn them on, take your striker, alright, I'm going to jog off the plate just a little bit. So we have our high preheat. Here's our high preheat. High preheat You'll never see those high preheat values in here. Those are values that you'll want to determine. High preheat is you're just giving the torch a little bit more gas pressure, both on the fuel gas and on the oxygen. What this does is it'll help you preheat the plate a lot quicker. So it's our high preheat and then our cut oxygen. Alright, so our flames are already set. So we're going to put these in auto. Auto, again, is amber, because CNC will drive those outputs. I'm going to go manual, return to 0, and I'm going to press the program start. Alright, here I like to turn the speed down to 0. Here's our preheat time. Right now it's counting down. Once the plate is preheated enough, you're going to record that time by pressing the timer. I think we're good right now, so we're going to record that time. And now we tear to the plate, so I'm going to ease on the speed. And here I'm just going to give it enough speed so we get a good crackle sound. If you can see the flame, if you're underneath the plate, what you kind of want to see is a little bit of a trail. You never really want to see your flame going straight down. You just want to get a nice little trail. We can grab our torch down just a smidge. Right about there probably. If, for example, we cut too fast and we lose our cut, right there, what we want to do is press the torch on off. That will turn off the cut oxygen. And then what we could do is we could back up on path to where we lost that cut. When you oxy-fuel pierce, it leaves a pretty gnarly pierce mark. And if you want to avoid having that big notch in your part, what you could do is go into manual and jog off contour a little bit. And then press cut path recovery. Again, I'm going to turn the speed down to 0. We're ready, so I'm going to record the time. And ease on our speed. So we get a nice cut speed. While we're cutting, we can put our preheat in auto. This way, once it finishes the cut, it'll automatically take the torch off. And that's cutting with the Oxy Fuel Torch 101. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.